Hello. I hope everyone is now settling in so we can get started. My name is Leland von Syring, and I'll be your host and presenter on the webinar today. I'd like to thank everyone for joining in. I realize everyone's busy, so I really appreciate your time today, and I promise to keep this presentation under 20 minutes. Today, I'll be giving you an overview of my Building Wealth Together program. This includes an introduction to note buying, and I'll give you an update on how the current economy is positively affecting our business. Before we get started, I'd like to provide you with a brief history of my background and how Charter Financial has gotten to where it is today. For me, it all started back in 1997. And at that time, I owned and operated two restaurants in Houston, and I was working like 12 to 15 hours a day, 6 to 7 days out of the week. And I was okay with that because I like to work hard. But then when my first and only child was born, things changed dramatically. And I remember the turning point came on one eventful evening that I'll never forget. You could say it was kind of like a life changing moment for me. At that time, I think my newborn son was 2 to 3 weeks old. And I remember coming home around 2 a.m. on a Friday night, or you could say Saturday morning, and my wife was waiting up for me. And as soon as I made it through the door, she held him out and said, "Here, you take him. I'm worn out." I looked at her and I thought, "You're worn out? What about me?" Well, I knew better than to say that. So I held him in my arms and I rocked him to sleep. And as I did so, I looked at him and I thought, man, if I don't make a change in my life, I'll never be able to spend any time with him. So I got up the next day. I was rejuvenated. I was, I had a sense of purpose to me, and I was looking for something else to do from that point forward. So I started thinking about everything that I could possibly do. And I do remember a friend of mine who had purchased notes before. He had bought and sold some notes. So I gave him a call. I invited him into the restaurant. I bought him lunch. And he spent about an hour with me and gave me a rundown of everything I could do to get started, gave me some really valuable information. Um, so I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. So I started working this business on a part-time basis. And when I say part-time, I mean like maybe 1 to 2 hours a week while I was still running the restaurants. But amazingly, I found immediate success. And I started making a lot of money. And I was only working, like I said, a couple hours a week. So at that point, I said, that's it. I'm going to put these restaurants up for sale. I'm going to do this full time. I'm all in. So that's exactly what I did. And within 9 months of starting my note business, I was able to sell the restaurants and found Charter Financial. And since that time, it's grown into one of the largest buyers of privately held notes in the country. And it did this because of our agents and our program. And I started that in 1999. I had worked the business for maybe a couple of years at that point, and I had learned everything I thought I needed to learn. And I was very successful with it. And I thought, man, if I could teach people how to do what I'm doing, then I could help them do the deals and we could both make money and everybody would be happy. So that's exactly what I did. And that's when we got started with the Building Wealth Together program. Now, you've heard me mention the term note several times already, so I want to make sure that everybody understands exactly what a note is. A note, the term note is kind of slang. It's short for promissory note, which is a promise by one party to pay another party a certain amount of money over a predetermined amount of time. It's basically like an IOU. But in real estate, it's really the same thing. It's just an agreement between the seller of the property and the buyer of the property, whereby the buyer pays the seller every month until the home is paid off. Now, typically, as you know, there's a few ways that you can buy a property. One, you can pay all cash, which doesn't happen too often. Traditionally, most people go to a bank to get a loan. And the third option is when the seller of the property actually finances it for the buyer. He acts like the bank. You've probably seen this many times, like if you're looking for a property like in an ad or something, you'll come across them where they say owner will carry a note, seller finance, owner finance. It's all different ways of saying the same thing. The person that's selling the property is going to finance it for the buyer. So here's an example of a note. Let's say the person selling the home sells it for 100,000. The buyer gives them 10,000 down. So we got a note for $90,000. They agree upon a 7% interest rate for 30 years and the monthly payments of $598.77. That's a basic promissory note. And this promissory note is secured by the real estate. So there's a lot of reasons why a seller would want to offer seller financing. Uh, when they do so, they open up the property to many more buyers who wouldn't normally qualify for a bank loan. As long as they can give them a down payment, the seller usually says, okay, you can just start paying me every month. And they feel comfortable because they know if they do not pay, then they can take the property back. Also, it helps them sell the property faster and they get a monthly income. So the seller's happy. And the market is huge. People don't know how large the seller finance market is. In the last year that we had data available, there was $3.8 trillion worth of property sales. And believe it or not, almost 10% of those are through seller financing. So there's a huge amount, a multi-billion-dollar market worth of notes out there. And right now, they're being created at a record pace. And the reason being is because interest rates is really the thing that's changing everything. A lot of people are now deciding that they can get a good investment, secured investment by financing their property. So they're starting to do that at a record pace again. And at the same time, banks are tightening up and not lending. So we've got good pressure on both sides, a lot of notes being created. And then a lot of notes are being sold for the same reasons, really, and the rising interest rates. Over the last several years, interest rates have been low. So there's a lot of people that are carrying notes that are really a low interest rates. So those people are just getting out of those at a record pace. So also we have a worsening economy. And with that means that a lot of people who maybe didn't want to sell their note might have to sell their note because it may be the only way they can get the money they need for whatever comes up. So we have a lot of notes being created and a lot of notes being sold. It's the perfect storm. It's the best opportunity in decades for people that want to work this business, that are looking to find notes and sell them to us. And when people go to sell a note, banks won't buy them. There's only buyers like Charter Financial that work in the secondary money markets that will buy a note. So a person looking to sell a note has to come to someone like us or one of our referral agents that's out there looking for notes. So when someone wants to sell, that's where you come in. You're going to find these notes for us. We're going to teach you how to do it. You're going to bring them to us and we're going to pay you each time. That's what we call the Building Wealth Together program. You find the notes, we buy them, and we both make money. And this is how it works. Now, I've been doing this for years and years, and I constantly update the training manual, the actual manual. So I have the most up-to-date proven marketing methods that you can use to find these note holders. And then you'll do the marketing and people are actually going to respond to you. So you will take down the information about their note and you'll send it to us. We call these quotes. You'll send in a quote And then we're going to give you back an offer and we're going to tell you this is how much we can pay for the note. You then deduct a fee for yourself. And I'll get into this more in detail in just a minute, but you're able to set your own fee on every single transaction. It's the coolest thing ever. And then once your offer is accepted by the client, all you have to do is you give us their name, their phone number, and the best time to reach them and the amount that they accepted, and we will do the best. Now, let me go over the commissions for you because this is really something special and unique to our industry. We are going to tell you how much we can pay for a note. And, and when we give you that offer, we are factoring in the yield that we want to make. So we're good. We're putting out, in this case, $100,000. We really don't care within reason what you are making on the deal. So let's say you want to make $5,000. So from our 100,000, you take off your 5,000, you offer the client 95,000. So that means when we pay out and we close the deal, we're going to pay out the 100,000, but we're going to give the client 95,000 for their note and 5,000 to you for a referral fee. And the great thing is the client never sees what you're making. It's just something we're paying you. It's a referral fee. You're free to set your own fee on each transaction. The average fee is probably around 5% of what we offer. And the average referral fee per deal comes out to about $3,000 plus. So the way we get that number is we add up all the fees that we paid out divided by how many deals that were closed. And every year for the last several years, it's been about 3,000 plus per transaction. So you can work the business on a full-time basis. The full-timers close maybe 5+ deals a month. Part-timers, a lot of them are just happy doing 1-2 deals a month. So if you figure you're only spending an hour or two a week, and if you can close one deal, you're making an extra $3,000 a month on average. It's not a bad opportunity. All you have to do is find the notes, which we'll teach you how to do. We purchase them, so you don't have to look for someone out there to buy them. And then when the deal closes, you get paid. And that's what I got a case study for you here with Stacy. She was working a full-time job, and then she came aboard. She told me that she had tried notes in the past, like 10 or 15 years ago, and didn't have the support she needed. So I personally helped her, and she did what I told her to do. And then she closed her first 3 deals and made over $9,000. And she barely working the business for what, maybe 3 hours a week, she says. And then we also have Mike S. He just closed 4 deals, earned almost $14,000 in his first month. He works full time and he'll work the business about 2 hours per week. And the way we have it set up is that you're just going to find these notes. Really, you're just a referral agent. We do most of the work for you on every deal. So it makes it easy where you don't have to spend a lot of time working the business. And once again, I just simplify everything and you'll see it in the training materials. All you have to do is find them, we fund them, and you get paid. It really is that simple. So there's many reasons to learn about notes. You can learn notes to like work with us and get referral fees. But if you want to learn how to purchase your own home with the owner financing and the seller carrying the note for you so you don't have to get a bank loan, then it would be good to learn about notes for that reason. Or you can purchase investment properties. Anybody that's in real estate that is investing in real estate ought to have a basic understanding of notes. And then we get a lot of people that want to learn about notes because they want to buy notes for their own portfolio. And they are an outstanding investment for your retirement fund. So like I said, we got the perfect storm going on right now. We've got notes being created at a record pace. We have notes being sold at a record pace, and we anticipate both of those things continuing for the near future. Now, I've mentioned the Building Wealth Together training program. It is a package deal. It's not just like a home study manual or something online, but you do get the home study manual. In that manual, you'll get everything you need to know about how to work the business, from setting up your business, how to find people, do the marketing, what to do with them when you find them, and all kind of advice in there. Also, we have our members only website where you get online training. And of course, the manual's on there, recorded videos, training webinars, and everything that you'll find on there, archive training sessions. Plus, our members get ongoing training and webinars and teleseminars. Everyone receives telephone, email, and text support. And believe it or not, everyone has access to me, direct access to me, which I think is very unique. I have people all around me doing all the different things we need done in the company. I like to spend my time working with our new agents, getting everybody off on the right path, helping them with their first few deals. It just works better for our company that way. So, and like I said, all you have to do is find the deals and we will do all the paperwork for you. All you're really doing is finding deals for us. And we have a bonus program. We have 3 different bonuses that we pay out on your first 3 transactions. These bonuses are in addition to what you are receiving on your regular, your referral fee. We give you $195 on your first deal, $250 bonus on your second, and a $500 bonus on your third. The entire package, training deals, support from me, the home study manual, everything. For this special webinar, the price is $297. It's just an outstanding offer. You can't beat it. We don't make money selling programs. We make money doing deals. We are vested in helping you become successful. We don't make money unless you do. We do everything we can to help you. We give you everything we can in this package. And I guarantee you, no one will call you trying to upsell you on something. So that is the package. But with this webinar offer, we are also including a free website for you. These are great little websites. They're kind of like landing pages. They have just enough information on them. People don't, when they have a note to sell, you're going to drive these people to these websites. They don't need to read a bunch of stuff about reasons why they need to sell and all that. We keep it straightforward. And each one of these websites has what we call an online note submission form. That means that people can fill out their information about their note and submit it through your website, and that information will go to your email. It doesn't come to us. It's your website. The information goes directly to you. So what this means is that you can basically put your business on autopilot. We'll teach you how to market. You put the word out there. People will go to your website. They'll submit the information, and then you just get that information and you forward it to us. You just all you have to do, you just take off the name of your contact, your client, and just send the information to us. We don't want to know who it is. We just want the numbers, and the kind of information that's on there is things like how much did the property sell for, how much down payment, what's the interest rate, what's the monthly payment, what's the current balance. Simple, easy questions that the note holder will have available to them. You send that to us. We will email you back a quote and tell you exactly what we can pay for that note. And like I said, at that point, all you do is deduct a fee for yourself and make an offer to the client. When they accept, then you just turn the deal over to us. It's that simple. It's a really autopilot, especially with this offer of a website as well. But that's not all. With this offer, we're also going to throw in 500 free note holder leads. These are actual names and addresses of individuals that hold notes. We have a research team here at Charter Financial that gets these names out of the county courthouse. They are available to the public, but you have to research them. So we get them and we provide them to you. They come with names and addresses. We don't have phone numbers or email addresses or anything, because that information is not available on the documents that are recorded in the courthouse. So this is a great start. We started this years ago when people would say, Leland, how do I find, what can I do to find people? We have many different methods that we teach you in the training course. However, direct mail is the #1 method. So with the 500 leads, you are going to be off to a great start. And I know you might say, well, Leland, if you have all these leads, why don't you work them yourself? Why didn't your company do them? And that's a great question, because I would ask the same question. But the truth is, with our agents out there, they can send tens and tens of thousands worth of letters or postcards a month, which would cost us thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. Plus, they're fielding all the calls and everything. If we were to hire enough people to handle the volume that we get from all that, we'd have to hire at least 20 more people. So that's why it works great for us if you're out there doing this and sending out and getting the deals in. So once again, this whole program, you get the home study manual, the online training, the ongoing training via webinars and seminars. We get you telephone, email, text support. We're not leaving you out there by yourself. When you need help, you just contact us. We'll do all the work for you on all your deals, making it easy for you to do this on a part-time basis to start out, and then you can be like me and take it full-time. We give you the 3 bonuses on the first 3 deals, the 195, 250, and 500. We're going to get you the professionally designed website and the 500 note holder leads. We also give you a 30-day money back guarantee. This means when you get the program and you take a look at it, it's not something you want to do, all you got to do is return it and we will issue a refund. There's no questions asked. So here's some more reasons that you may want to work a note business. You can work it on your own schedule. There's no territories. You can literally work from home or anywhere in the world, and there's no licensing required. The reason being, you're a referral agent, you're not a broker of any type, we're buying the notes, no license required. So if you want to be like Stacy, Mike, and so many others that have worked with us, all you got to do is find them, we'll fund them, and you get paid. Remember, I said the average fee per transaction is about $3,000. So if you can find a way to do this part-time and just spend an hour or 2 a week and close 1 deal a month, an extra $3,000 on average for you. And right now, the demand is so high. That's why we're doing this webinar. We need more agents to meet the demand. So like I said, it's $297. And that $297 gets you everything I mentioned, and it gets you 30 days of our online training, support, and website hosting. If you want to continue with those items after the 30 days, the total cost is $29.95 a month. That would be for the ongoing training. You can call me anytime if you need help, and we're going to host your website. Or if you don't need any of those things, you can cancel that part and still work the business with us. So earlier I told you about that life-changing definitive moment when I decided to take action, and now it's time for you to take action. If this is something you want to do, all you got to do is click on the order form below and get started. And when you sign up, take a look at everything, give me a call, and I'll be here to help you. I look forward to working with you and appreciate your time today. Thank you.